It took everything in me not to turn around and full moon this camera.
You wanted to full moon? You've been doing full moons. Okay, 2 cards came out. It's interesting as you say that. We have the 10 of...
I don't like that card very much.
The lights are flickering, eh?
Don't just say that. It's gonna scare me. It's just we're in a castle place that's like created in 1210. It was built.
1200s in the UK. It's ancient. Because where does love start? Does love start in our hearts? But it's a feeling and it guides us. So if we're following our hearts to make the right choices.
I think you have to be open to be like that conduit, like that electricity, the creative energy. I think you should look at me there, otherwise we're just gonna see like the side of your eyes in the camera.
Oh, sorry. Okay. I just so distracted by your beauty.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
Hi everyone, welcome to Coffee and Crystals. My name is Josh, this is Mindy, and we are here to do a full moon reading for you. The full moon coming up on the 31st of May. This is a tarot reading. It is for the collective, so take what resonates with you, but leave the rest aside. We just do this every month, don't we? That's what Coffee and Crystals is all about. Us just hanging out, chilling, and seeing what energies the full moon has in store for us.
It took everything in me not to turn around and full moon this camera.
You wanted to full moon? You've been doing full moons on this. So as you can see, the full moon is bringing with lots of brown moon, lots of beauty, lots of joy. No, the full moon is...
I'm a mature mother to be.
You're a mature mother to be.
I'm with child.
The full moon...
What kind of moon is it?
What's it called?
Yeah.
It's called a blue moon.
Oh, really?
Yep.
And it's once in a blue moon.
It's once in a blue moon, and it's because it's on a rare occasion that you get 2 full moons in 1 month.
Cool.
That's why it's called a blue moon. Yeah, and that's why I was really excited this month, because we get to film this twice. We did the first one for the 1st of May. So very, very exciting. It is sitting in Sagittarius. So whilst the month we are in is Gemini, so lots of, I guess, socializing, moving around, lots of connections, lots of talents. But Sagittarians are wise philosophers, thinkers, really encourage you to question not just like what you're doing, but the meaning under it. So you connect with something deeper within the meaning of things, rather than just doing things at face value. Like, I'm not just living this because it's good for me, but what does it actually mean for me to be doing this in the greater picture of my life?
Cool.
So I think it'd be very interesting reading to tap into and explore. I mean, the reading from the last month was pretty crazy with all those queens from the flower moon. And like, looking back, would you say that we were pretty accurate with that reading?
We
Did it
had
resonate?
to channel some queen energy over here.
You just do it organically, Mins.
Thanks.
So this month it's not about you channeling queen energy, but it's about you understanding the meaning and the purpose of it within your life.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah, did you feel that reading resonated? Like, did it hit all the chords for you this month as we went through?
Yeah. Mainly the ability to have the wrath of like that fire queen, but then having like the power of the tongue and that rage be almost, it can be so powerful, but at a certain point it can be not dangerous, not detrimental, but there's a word I'm looking for that's like it can ruin.
Yeah.
It can be too far, you know? So I think having that awareness really helped me. Almost, I think there was a queen of earth in there and an ice queen. I think I had to like dabble between the energies of like earth, ice, and fire to really mediate a situation that I think we did with grace.
Very much so with grace.
Could have come out all guns a-blazing, but
you handled it well. And actually the moon was it was the Taurus full moon. So that was the earth. I don't think we pulled the queen of earth, but we pulled the fire, the water, and the air with the strength card.
Right.
And it was a strength card that I think has really been the driving force. Like, it's been all the emotions this month, but lots of excitement. We've been traveling through the UK. We visited London for the first time in, for me, 11 months. Haven't been back since the passing of my dad, and that's why we came back this time, was to honor a year cycle and do a stone setting for him, which was emotional. And so the weight of the journey and this story has carried, like, that's always been there. But I think it's come up in phases. Like, it's not been like an intensive mourning period. There's been lots of fun. Mainly, we've had a little baby moon on this journey as well, which is where the creativity and the fire has come. So
went to Duxford.
We went to Duxford near Cambridge. Cambridge was wonderful.
It was amazing.
You seemed right at home in Cambridge.
Yeah. Anything to do with castles and history and just that type of architecture and crown molding and
Baroque. So shall I find out the first card? General themes of the month. Let's see what's in store for the blue moon. I didn't even clock once in a blue moon. Okay, 2 cards came out. Both major arcana cards. We have got the Justice card and the Fool card here. Color palettes are actually very similar, right?
Yeah.
Do you know much about these cards? No. So this is this general themes.
I should though. I pull this all the time, like the Fool card. I don't think I've pulled that. What is that other one? Temperance.
Justice.
Sorry, you said that.
Yeah. So Justice is a Libra card, which is very interesting. Our little baby is going to be born.
Baby girl is most likely. Yeah.
Most likely going to be a Libra. But this is a card of balance. Having things in order. It's called Justice for a reason. So sometimes this is to do with if there's a legal situation involved or something feels out of balance in the workplace. This is really arising to address that. And it could be to do with nothing in the external. It could be to do with something within. What's out of balance within you? And remember how I said that with the Sagittarius energy, it's about the philosophical meaning. So why is this out of balance? What does that mean? And then how can we work towards realigning that? So you might find yourself being awakened to injustices within a system, within yourself, within the world around you. But it's about striving towards balance. And I think it's beautiful to be aligned with the Fool here, because this is really new beginnings. Old chapters are closing, new ones are starting. We're jumping into something.
I think you should look at me there, otherwise we're just going to see like the side of your eyes in the camera.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
No, you can continue. I'm just...
Okay. I just so distracted by your beauty. Yeah. So, yeah. This is, because it feels like I'm giving you a reading, not...
I know.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, this is for everybody, obviously. So...
Just look at me. Just look at me. Or are you here?
Right. So, the Fool card, is about jumping into the unknown. And trusting that... Why do I want to look at you today?
Hopefully every day for the rest of your damn life. But you can still look at me just there.
Okay. Yes, jumping into the unknown, starting something new. So this month, guys, as you're watching this, something new is coming up, and it's a reminder. Don't run into something full guns a-blazing with no knowledge, making stupid mistakes. But it's also saying that risk-taking is part of your journey, trusting that you have the knowledge with you, all the experience in your life up until this moment will guide you. So it's like, how can I trust myself more? What is that meaning? That Sagittarius energy. My neck just wants to keep turning, Mins. Right. What does that make you think about? What does that make you think about?
No, I think they go so well together. I think as you say this, I'm just reflecting it and bringing it into how it relates to my life, which is what every one of us should be doing. That's the cool thing I love about tarot, is that it's not like a general message. It is a general message, but it doesn't mean it applies to all of us at face value. It's like, take what you will out of it. So, my brain is just applying that to...
You're seeing where the pieces are coming in this future chapter.
Yeah, we've got a lot of big stuff coming up. And I think that's what I was reflecting on earlier. We were watching the sunset by the river. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's the river right there.
Literally in a cottage with a river flowing right behind us.
So stunning. But I was looking at it and reflecting and then thinking about all the stuff that we have to come, and there's a lot of big changes.
Yeah.
But I think that I trust that we will balance it all with grace.
Yeah. I think the Justice card is a reminder that there's all this, I guess, pressure, positive pressure, being in a cooker, things like, so it's literally something cooking, but as well as if you're going full steam 100% of the time, you're going to burn out. So taking that time to have a rest and finding that balance. I tell you what, this trip has just been so nice for me to just sleep without an alarm and not have to go anywhere. Get up, go read by the stream. I've really enjoyed that, and that's felt like the beginning of something new already, you know?
Mm-hmm.
A recharge before the big storm. So I'm interested, if you're watching this, like what feels out of balance, or is there something new you're preparing for? Like, we love to hear that stuff, so share with us.
Share your personal...
Share all your personal details.
Your juicy life info, your traumas.
It's interesting as you say that. We have the 10 of...
I don't like that card very much.
No, this is a hard card to pull in a tarot card reading, but we'll navigate it with grace, and we're going to explore it with spiritual curiosity. So this is the spiritual through line. Now, this is a very interesting card because it's all thought, but as in the air is symbolic of thought, thinking. It could be that Gemini energy. It could be overthinking. It could be putting all your eggs in too many baskets and feeling burnt out, for example, in this reading, if we were to connect it with the Justice and the New Leap. I read this card a lot as projection of others onto self.
Okay.
So it can be a sort of perceived attack when it isn't really. So maybe it's a reminder to check your reaction, so that rather than reacting to something, we respond. And also people make impressions of you with, like, unconsciously even, and that gets projected into the world. We all do it. We make up our mind about people off first instance, right? And that can cause people to do horrible things or not. So it's basically saying, like, have your wits about you, be aware of your surroundings. Like, if I'm going to try to stop saying like, so I want you to like pinch me every time I say it. So it's about how we move through the world without perceiving others are against us, or being aware that if they are against us, to act accordingly, and that could be the injustice. But really, I find that this is about a projection. And so if we were to apply this, for example, to a romantic situation, if anybody out there is looking at somebody, they might just be busy and not responding. But you build up this whole thing that they're not there for you, for example, and really they're just busy. So we create stories. That's what I'm trying to say, is look at the stories we're creating and then analyze if they're real or not. It's the Sagittarius energy that's about that deeper meaning. Oh, I've got to stretch my legs. Makes sense. Shall we go deeper on that one, though? Shall we get something else on that? So what does the 10 of air have a deeper reading on? Yeah, it's a love situation. Right, so we have the 2 of water here. This is about opposites attracting. So...
does it have to be romantic? Can it be family? Can it be friends?
It can be any situation.
Any kind of relationship.
Yeah. This could be that people around you with the 10 of air are talking something, and you're picking up on the birds speaking, and it's to do with this situation where maybe once it was joyous and now it's not, or there's going to be a difficulty to get through, but it doesn't mean that it's like the end, because everything moves. It's always moving through, and we have this Fool card here that is taking us through. So I think there's going to be some trial or tribulation that's just maybe a bit difficult, like, but it's not to say that you don't have the strength to get through it. Yeah, basically.
I was laughing because now that you're sitting on your knees, you look so much taller than me. Okay,
so this is such should I
I just want to sit on the ground because it's comfy for me.
Yeah, my legs just got sore.
You want to open it up, this one here? You like?
No, it's fine. We're fine. This
I'm
reading
fine.
is so funny.
I'm in like a giddy vacation mood.
I know. It's good. I like it.
You made me do a reading.
It's true.
Could be outside exploring, but here we are. So what's this next card?
The next card is the Two of Air. So again, it's another polarity. It's being pulled in two different directions with a storm. And this is underneath.
That and that one, look, the rainbow.
Exactly. They hold.
Interesting.
There's such an interesting story here. So there's so much balance in this reading.
And it's 2 and 2.
It's 2 and 2.
2 of water and 2 of air.
The balance with the Justice card. Like, I think there's going to be a sense of being pulled in different directions. As something else is forming, it could feel like the old you is wanting to stay in the safe, and the new you is forming, and it's like, you know, when you're no longer who you used to be, but you're not quite who you're becoming.
Yeah, I think that's what I was kind of saying downstairs that I'm like nervous about. It's like the big changes, though they're exciting, and I'm looking forward to them. I was saying, for our example, I was like, oh, we're like, all we do is laugh together, and we're so like fun, and we read our books and watch our shows, and we have our little routine, and now all of that is going to be changing with our child being born. And maybe that's the relationship.
Yeah, it could be. For our situation.
And throwing it out of balance, and how like we could get overwhelmed by it because we have to like move house, and we have to do all these big things.
Yeah.
But then if we focus on having that inner strength and not letting it overcome us, but having it empower us. Like, this doesn't look like it's always a bad thing. It could be like, oh my God, he's being electrocuted. But it could be like, oh my God, he's so or he or she are so powerful that it's causing electricity so it's just, I guess, a perceived frame of mind.
100%. And yeah, like a full moon cycle, the cycle is 6 months. So you sort of plant your seeds in the new moon, and then we come off at the back of it this moon. Right. So we're starting Coffee and Crystals sort of with the full moons, but it'll be interesting in 6 months, a year's time, to see how these things manifest. So I was thinking about the cycle, because obviously for us there's going to be a while till the baby's born, so it's not going to be quite just this month.
Yeah.
So I was thinking shorter term, but what you were making me think about is it coming at something from two sides, but also being on the same team.
Which is what we were talking about.
Which is what we're talking about. Might have different angles or opinions on how to work something, and actually both parties are wanting the best of a situation. So that's why you have to be careful with this Ten of Air, because you could perceive somebody as your enemy when actually you are both coming at something from different opinions, but there's a miscommunication. And
that's who we really are.
And this is who you really are. Where you really are. It's an interesting reading. It's a really interesting reading.
What's next?
Let's go to the spiritual guidance. What's above? Oh, that's our queen again. The Queen of Fire and the Page of Water.
Fire and water.
Fire and water. Polarities here in the advice. Any thoughts, Mins?
I think like this entire reading is like you have the choice to go into the fire, the distress, the chaos, or you can just, I think life is hard sometimes, and you don't always just have to like choose rainbows and butterflies, but I think it takes the same amount of energy to be like super sad as it does to like choose happiness and joy, because it's a choice. I think happiness is not just like a default setting. I think you have to choose it. Or you can choose to be angry all the time. So I think in all of these situations where life might get out of balance, or there's all these perceptions about you or whatever happening, I think that you'll have the range where you could be super upset one moment and maybe super flat the next. But then to stay like this golden fool, to stay in your power, is to like remember this, because that's the one thing I think these readings, at first when Josh pitched doing these monthly readings, I was like, Okay, but then I have found myself, that's why I've come back for now a third, when the situations arise, I really reflect on it and remember this, and I'm like, right, okay, I had a little heads up about something like this, but I can choose to go into the rage, or I can choose to be an observer of it, or I can choose to handle this a different way. And I think because this is such polarities.
Yeah.
Anyways, could be completely. I don't know.
No, it's beautiful. I love hearing your wisdom as you share it.
This reading is a little bit not confusing, but it's kind of like to me. This whole thing is like, well, it could go this way or this way. It just depends on you.
Yeah.
That's how.
But that's what. That I think you're right there. It does depend on you because that's the Sagittarius energy. It's about seeking that deeper meaning beyond the situation, going for a walk, going exploring, going on an adventure even to get deeper meaning and awareness and perception of everything. So I wouldn't be surprised if in this month alone new perspectives are formed about things in life. This could be to do with a past trauma awakening within and meeting yourself and understanding an aspect of your childhood. It doesn't have to be something that's coming up. Like these aren't sort of psychic readings in what will happen. They're just blueprints and a mirror and a theme, which is why I like to do it monthly, because it creates a ritual and a container. So we like look back at the month and go, oh, okay. As you said, I had that sort of awareness that this was coming, or
that this was an energy in the whole force field of like the planet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly that. And I think there's going to be a situation of just deeper becoming. And these two really make me think of creativity. And the Queen of Fire is that like Sagittarius energy. She's very flame, like holding this snake here and thinking like, who are you? Let me get to know you.
Yeah.
And the water there it's a very teenage energy. It could be quite emotional. It could be a tantrum. Kind of thing, you know, feeling frustrated if something isn't going your way this month, and then seeking a way to create that balance and take a step. It's something about trying something new is really what I want to emphasize here. But for me, this is all about creativity, a spiritual vocation in creativity, enhancing a creative gift, moving forwards. And it's not quite formed with this page of water energy, it's forming.
Almost in the, maybe I'm taking a huge jump here and it could be too specific, but it almost feels like you're taking like a leap of faith in something creative, and you're nervous about the perception of others, and the balance of it could make you stop it, which is this teenage tantrum energy, because you're like, I didn't get as many likes as I wanted to get. You're clapping?
Yeah. You just hit the nail on the head.
Or you're like, screw it, I want to post this because I want to post this, or I want to create this, or I want to sing this song, I want to play this piano. And at the end of it, if you do it for you because that's what you want to do, not for the outside likes, boom, you just have some...
that transformation.
Yeah.
Deeper meaning. You're not living for others, living for self.
Yeah.
And creating and becoming who you are, who you're meant to be, you know?
And this almost feels like this energy could like collapse you and ruin you. Or you can see these lightning bolts as like the force of magnitude of creativity, because I think creative energy is like a gift from the universe channeling through you. And right before I go on camera or I go on set, I literally don't think anything. I always say I'm a conduit to art. And if I'm doing my job really well after a take, I have no idea what just happened because I'm dreaming while awake. And I'm like in the creative sauce, and I'm not micromanaging what I'm doing in every moment. It's just a force field, and I'm just a conduit to the energies. And when I'm done, there's no two takes alike.
Honestly, Mins, you made the joke that I drag you to these readings, but I think it's going to be you that has to drag me to these readings. You're so good. These are lovely.
You're so sweet.
These are lovely, lovely messages.
And like, also, I don't
really
actually
profound.
get dragged here. I do come in my own free will. He's just a wonderful producer, and I think I'm like used to like a call time on set being like, this time. It's already set up for you, and you do that.
But you're really good, and maybe it's your Aquarius gift of piecing together the journey. It's like,
thanks, baby.
I keep saying like. I'm really frustrated with myself over that.
You'd like me or something?
I like
me?
you. I'll say it when that is the case. That's my spiritual lesson, is to stop saying the L word.
It's pretty common.
I know. Unless it's in a sentence like this.
But I mean, it's common to say like a lot. So if we can all be aware of it,
yes,
then we'll all be more eloquent public speakers.
Exactement.
Oui.
But I really enjoy the process of piecing together the pieces.
Yeah, at first I was a bit confused, and I'm like, I get it.
Yeah. That's why I love tarot so much. The story unfolds, and we go on this journey, and eventually this is what is coming for the month ahead.
I would just like to say, because we mentioned it being creative driven, it doesn't mean you have to be in the arts. You don't have to be singing or dancing or an actress. It could be trying a new dish for someone, cooking something for someone who comes over and they don't like it, and you're like, oh my god, I ruined everything, and I'm kicking myself for it, and I feel awkward and embarrassed or whatever. But I think creativity comes in so many different forms. But of course, I relate to it in a different way than you will.
That's a good point.
What's this next? Sorry.
Oh yeah, it makes me think about even just going for a walk and taking a different route. If you just always do the same thing, breaking up the routine, it could be creative.
Rewiring the neural pathways. Go get lost. Go look at a tree. Go look at a bird. Observe nature.
Yeah.
I find that to be so freeing.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing.
Creativity is just a word. The lights are flickering, eh?
Don't just say that. It's gonna scare me. It's just we're in a castle place that's like created in 1210. It was
the
built
1200s in the UK. It's ancient.
So the lights are flickering because the building is old. It's not for any other reason. So don't scare me. Otherwise, Josh, what do you end up having to do? You end up having to go downstairs and sitting in the chair outside of the bathroom while I pee.
It's true.
And he does.
Of course. Keep you protected. Keep you safe.
Yeah.
It's not too scary.
I made that joke while I was in there.
Likes to make that joke when she's in the bathroom.
I was in there peeing, and then it was like with my voice, and then I come out, and he's like, Minz, you okay?
Is this a new pregnancy symptom?
He's like, was that real?
I didn't know how to ask you.
I had never laughed harder. Your face was like,
I wanted to ask in a way where I wanted to check on you, but also I didn't want to embarrass you because I know it may have been humiliating. So I was like, that was the conflict. If it was a script.
If that would have been the case, I would have been like, go upstairs, honey, I'm good. Anyways.
Let's see where this month is taking us, shall we? Let's go to the last card of the tarot. And then I got a new oracle deck that we're going to try out today.
Cool.
Where is this month taking us? Four of water.
Can I see the card?
This is such a perfect card for the full moon of Sagittarius energy.
What even is that? Like a tsunami?
Yeah, it could be. I see
I see like a face in there.
Yes.
Like a goat.
Yeah.
That's just me.
In the traditional, it does look quite goat-like. In the traditional depiction of this card, there's a person with their hands in the head in their hands, looking really depressed.
Oh shit.
And they're looking at all these cups that are knocked over and spilt over. But in the background is another cup, and there's a rainbow going into it, and all this gold.
Again, that choice.
It's all about that choice, what we're talking about. You choosing to focus on the negatives.
And look, the rainbow's there.
The rainbow
in the water.
is there in the water. And we had the 2 and the 2. 2 and 2 makes 4. So I love that is the... I'm preparing to be a dad. I love I love that this is the card to end on, because in this deck specifically, this is the card of healthy narcissism. So the story of Narcissus, the Greek myth, is he fell in love with his own reflection while staring in a river or a lake, and fell in. And I don't know if he dies or drowns in his own narcissism, but that's basically the story.
Oh my gosh.
But healthy narcissism is why we...
I love that.
Yeah, we learn to love ourselves for who we are. We decide to style our hair in a nice way in the morning because we want to look good. Who cares about for other people? We feel great doing it. So this whole reading this month is about really becoming that aspect of self-love for yourself and doing things for you and getting creative with it. It could be, the creativity could be a whole rebirth, like a whole new aspect of self, ego shedding or ego becoming, like really just enjoying the power of that awakening. It's cool. So it's saying goodbye to this, all the ways one may have held themselves back. I'm not good enough for this. I'm not good enough for that.
I like this energy.
I'm actually this, and screw everybody else.
No, I was saying I actually like this energy. I had a revelation just now.
Yeah, what's the revelation?
I feel like this. Now I understand it, because that was my whole reflection downstairs. I had a whole memory moment of just like staring at the water while the sun was setting. I didn't have any phones nearby, and it was just like the river was like really helping me think and reflect. And I was just thinking of like all the things that we have to do and all the ways that it can just totally stress you out. And I just think choosing to just go forward and have strength and just do what's right for you, I think that is definitely the my thought was clearer when I had my aha moment, but
sorry,
you ruined it. No, you didn't. I think it's just an inner process, like.
But I agree, like I said, like again, projecting into the future, for us we have lots of things to align, and one could think about how it's going to be really stressful. How am I going to be a good enough dad? How am I going to support my wife while she's giving birth? What, can we rise to the challenge?
No, hopefully it's a smooth
but actually,
birth.
I'm tired of thinking those unconscious thoughts of not being good enough.
Yeah.
And I know no matter what, I will, you will, we will, you will. Everybody can rise to the challenge, but it's about accessing that.
Oh wait, sorry, that was my thought.
That's why I was saying this. I just wanted to segue you there. What was your thought?
I forgot again. I'm kidding. I was just thinking that like this is the actual time where it's now or never to push through the things that were behind me or that were stressing me out or that felt imbalanced. Like I don't have no more time to go backwards to that old version of self. Like there is only going forward. We only have leveling up to do. We only have growing up to do. We only have maturing and gaining wisdom and stepping into these rites of passages that we have. Like we might look back and be like, oh, I missed that old self where it was, just this time. I think that's what made me like tear up a little bit downstairs, because I was like, oh, this is just like, we won't ever be like this again. We might come back to the same place and have our daughter running around, and it'll just never be us ever again, and I'm so okay with that. But I think I had to make peace with that. Like it really hit me. And then I was just looking at my stomach, and I was like, there is a person growing inside of me, and and I'm wearing this like dress right now. Like you can kind of forget for a minute, but soon there's no forgetting. Like it's in front of you, and it's changed you, and we can sit and cry about it and be like, I know a lot of women like mourn their own old selves. Which is so valid and fair, and people and relationships, like I don't think we'll ever resent the kid, but it's natural when you're like maybe postpartum or maybe when you're stressed out to be like, what did we do? It was so chill when we go to coffee shops and take the dog, and but I think we rise to the occasion, we channel all the energy, and that is our greatest creation. It's our family. We've made this daughter out of the love, out of this.
This is how babies are made.
Yeah, you hug.
You hug, and then the stalk comes. But
and then it's a choice to just choose to. You're not going to just be able to snap out of it. Say you're in postpartum or whatever, but stuff like this will remind me if I get into that moment to just choose to go forward.
Yeah.
Sorry, now you may speak.
No, it's beautiful, and it's vulnerable, and it's honest, and perhaps this story will hit the themes for everybody, that it's about change, And that 10 of air that was the scary card is actually letting go of the old versions of self. It comes with a mourning, it comes with a grief, but it also comes with a joy and a liberation and a beauty as one steps into the new. And the undercurrent of it can be, that if it's not there right now, building foundations for love, for self, in order to thrive and make decisions for a good future. And I've been thinking about how, and sharing with you quite a lot, how life is about chapters. Like, the chapters are just immense. We've been through a few short chapters that have been very dramatic in the last few months. Maybe the chapters get longer or not. And I think about that as I'm reading a book, how it's so similar to life, because you read a book, and yes, with a book you can pick it up and read it again, but you move through the book, the chapters change, and you retain the story, but not all of it. It sort of is there as the memory of the story that feeds the present moment, where exactly where you are before the page turns. And I think we're forever just turning the pages of life. And what chapter are we in, and how are we writing new chapters? How are we living chapters? And specifically with the Sagittarius meaning, creating meaning from our chapters so we can have a fulfilled and meaningful life.
Yeah.
And so maybe this month is really about that.
Yeah.
A once in a blue moon month.
Yeah.
I want to look at an oracle card.
Okay.
These are from Rumi.
Romantic.
Romantic. Yeah, they're love poems.
I know.
He's a mystic. Sorry, I've got to sit up and make you look tiny.
You want to sit on this?
No.
It's my massage ball. Do you want to sit on this?
What is that?
It's a
Mindy?
weight. I've got 2.
Wait.
I traveled with these in my backpack on the way here on the plane. 4 pounds. My Pilates weights.
They're actually really helpful and good, aren't they?
Yeah, I honestly like traveling road trip style pregnant. I don't know what I would have done without my yoga mat and my weights. The woman at the airport security was like, "Girl, your backpack heavy," and I got flagged for this, and I was like, "They're weights."
What's the name of this card, Mins?
The right choice.
Look how cool that looks.
Don't make the wrong choice.
Make the right
Make
choice.
the right choice.
I see a sort like an angelic figure. It's very powerful.
Yeah.
Bit menacing.
It's like, if you don't make the right choice, I will kill you.
Yeah. So I'm just going to read the poem for
Yeah,
this.
please, yeah.
And then whatever lands.
Okay.
Okay. Stay close to those that know about the heart. Choose the shade of the tree that is in constant bloom. Don't meander aimlessly among the herb sellers and potion vendors. Go directly to the shop that sells nothing but sweets. Don't sit waiting by every boiling pot to have your plate filled. Not every boiling pot is cooking what you want. Not every sugar cane is filled with sugar. Not every down has an up. Not every eye has vision. Not every sea contains pearls.
Wow. Oh, that's so beautiful.
It makes
That's
me...
why I picked you.
You made the right choice?
I did make the right choice. You've got the biggest, most beautiful heart that I've ever experienced in my entire existence. And I was like, well, that one.
That's
I
so
want
sweet.
that one. It's so true.
But it's a mirror of your heart, Bubba.
Yay!
And that's why it
Yes!
went, hang on a second, I know you.
Yeah. Felt like I knew you all along.
It did, didn't it? Felt like a meeting, a re-meeting.
Yeah, you're the right choice.
The right choice in terms of how it adds on to this reading. For me, the word is I can't even say it.
Specificity.
Specificity. Being specific.
Yeah, but I do like the heart being the guide. Because I think when we met, my mind did a lot of my life guiding, my life path guiding, because I hadn't had that kind of heart activation. I thought I did. I had, a happy heart, But I think until we got into our connection, it was like the Care Bears opening up, and then it was like no logic was around. And it was just like I finally understood those movies where people are like drooling. The logic also made sense, but I think at first it was just like a drawn heart connection where like it was just the craziest force field of energy I've ever felt in my entire life, to the point where I wouldn't believe it if I didn't experience it for myself. And then it was like a drug almost, like when you feel that, even though we're in different countries and different lifestyles and different everything, it was just like how it was even when we just had that, and then I just, needed some time to just be. I didn't understand how I could not have that.
I didn't know what to do with myself during that time. I felt like my whole heart had turned into a radiation orb that went through the whole of Covent Garden, and I was at the center of this whole love energy. That's how big the frequency felt, and I hadn't learnt or evolved consciously enough to be able to contain it. And I couldn't do anything. I couldn't even sit still or watch a TV program. It was like the opposite of anxiety, because it wasn't an anxious feeling. But when you're anxious, you don't quite know what to do. But when you're so full of love, you're like, oh. Do you know that I think it was the Elizabethans that understood love as I don't want to use the word illness, but in the sense of they treated heartbreak as an illness. Lovesick. So you would have, apparently they'd put a bandage on that arm that would tell the world this person's heartbroken, and everybody would know to give you space. Isn't that so beautiful?
That makes so much sense. Because heartbreak doesn't have to be just romantic, but it could be
anything.
Someone mourning, and you go through the same day and they're having different days. But yeah, that's so sweet.
I know.
Anyways, all that to say, make the right choice when stuff feels like it can take you down.
I'm going to read a little bit more for anybody that's interested, because I just think that...
Of that card?
Yeah.
Oh, there's more to it?
That was the poem, but...
Oh, please, yeah.
I think we can unpack it a little bit more. So it says, on the path of love, there is not so much wrong and right in the moral sense, so much as what is wrong or right for you. The mind cannot help so much here. Only the heart can speak truths. The mind may reject it, recoil, analyze, and find all the reasons why the simple truth, the right choice of the heart, cannot possibly work and only lead to pain. It's exactly kind of what you were just saying. That is what the mind does rather well, actually, but it doesn't mean the right choice. The heart choice becomes incorrect. It means rather that the heart has outsmarted the mind, and the mind will need to bow to the heart, even without understanding its sometimes impenetrable mysteries. Or one can choose to stay in inner conflict, fighting against the right choice, but eventually love will prevail and the way forward must be taken.
I tried.
But beyond our situation...
No, it's all about me. Not about us.
All about us.
Just kidding.
No, but the heart becomes so overwhelming that you have to listen.
Ow.
And I just want to think about this month moving forwards, the 6 months moving forwards. The heart knows. Let it guide you. Let it be the beacon. I can live from lived experience.
Yeah, you taught me how to use mine.
I mean, you taught me how to use my mind a little bit more. But letting the heart guide. And I think there's a powerful art in learning the skill from dropping from here. This can have 100 different thoughts. And we're in the month of Gemini. Bum, 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 bum. What happens if we just drop from here into here? Often when I tune into my heart's wisdom, it's not, have you thought about this? Have you thought about this? Have you thought about this? Like long sentences are up here. The heart is knowing, and it's a 3-beat sentence. All will be well. Something like that, you know? Is that 4? Anyway.
Something popped into my head. Maybe you said it already, but it's a Gemini.
Mm-hmm.
But all of this has been this or that, which is very Gemini. They have 2 sides, 2 distinctive personalities, 2 different modes of self. And I think that really is completely this reading where it's like, you can go hot, you can go cold. You can be happy, you can be sad. You can be up, you can be down. And that is so Gemini.
So Gemini. So what's the right choice?
The one that your heart. Tune into your heart.
Exactly.
And tune in and just like feel it out and wherever it guides you.
Yeah. And sometimes the heart does guide one into a difficult situation, and there can be a question as, why did my heart leave me here? This has been nothing but pain and suffering. But providing you get out safely, the heart has intuitively, I believe, led you into that situation to learn a lesson.
Yeah, could
to
teach
evolve.
you boundaries.
Teach boundaries,
could teach
respect.
You self-love, self-respect. You go into something being like, I love you. And then you're like, wait, no, I love me so much. I'm not putting up with this shit. Exactly. And then you love yourself so much, so hard. You give yourself all that energy. And then you raise your frequency. And you either meet someone at your match. Or that inspires that other person to rise and meet you. And you really teach people how to love you by how you love yourself.
Yeah. Do you think that love is a action that you can choose to do? Or is it something that just comes from within?
I think it's something that comes from within that's inspired. Right? So if someone doesn't do anything, you can like love them at face value, but if they're a shitty person, you won't like love them. If you see someone doing so many acts of kindness, helping old people cross the street, I don't know, just being sweet to animals or kids, or just being a good, person in this world, like that is inspired, and your heart might grow open more and more, and then the action would be to pursue that love, if that's your question.
It's hard, isn't it? Because we can choose.
I don't think you can choose to love somebody.
No, we just love.
I can't look at I can see someone amazing and admire them and respect them and think the world of them, but I can't fall in love with them.
Yeah.
I can fall in love with the idea of them. I think maturity is knowing the difference. But who are you wanting to go, like, sit beside, share meals with? Like, life is mainly the mundane.
Yeah.
Who do you want to, like, sleep beside? That's such a personal thing. Like, you don't want just anybody. Listen.
When it's sacred, and when you boil love down to that sacred energy, it's way more beautiful. But it's sacred. Sorry, I'm losing my words. I was just thinking that fundamentally, I was trying to think like where love comes from, and how we love, and that feeling that is within us. And it could be to do with, on the scientific level, chemicals going off, endorphins, but ultimately, is that not the ultimate frequency of the universe, and therefore by default God? And God loves through us and guides us to people. And because where does love start? Does love start in our hearts? But it's a feeling, and it guides us. So if we're following our hearts to make the right choices,
I think you have to be open to be like that conduit, like that electricity, the creative energy. Because to be creative requires you to be open, having faith.
But there's different levels of love. People can love to hate. People can love...
But that's a choice that they make.
It's a choice. But you can have love for your mother, which is different from love to your brother. And you can have love for your wife and love for your mate. And you can have love for society or love for a coffee shop.
It doesn't have to be romantic.
But each feeling is different.
Yeah, but you still have access to that kind of love that you kind of filter through in different ways. But I don't think...
There's like layers to it. I see it almost... You can't even describe it, but if you had like a glass of water with different layers of coloured oil, some love is like more robust and some's light and fluffy. And
so like love can be also unhealthy.
Love can be unhealthy.
Like if you're a mama's boy or something. I watched the show the other day, and it was like this guy loved his mom so much that he like had a hard time having relationships with women because he just couldn't replace her.
What was that show? I feel like I watched that with you.
It was I think it's called like Mama's Boy.
Hilarious.
Yeah, it's a reality show.
Yeah. So learning about love and making the right choice in every moment, whether it's about a romantic or how you relate to your parents.
I love you so much, but if I love you so much that all I do is love you, then we're out of balance in our life. And then if itself, like I think it's
but you have to love yourself enough in order to communicate with me and not abandon yourself in the love.
So I think what we're saying is is that in order to have a healthy kind of love, there has to be balance with friendships and relationships and with self and with family. Because if I only loved my partner and I had no relationship with anybody else, then I'm putting all of my love into you, which can work, but then it's not necessarily balanced for self. Like, I think there's that oil in that water analogy you said should be balanced. No?
Yeah, I think a better, because that's too like vertical, the oil and water. I heard a analogy once that said like we are our own universes, and every person you meet is their own universe. And if you're the sun, all the planets orbit around you, and you are a planet in my universe, and you orbit around my sun, and I get to shine light on you. But I have other planets. I have work. I have my family, and they all go around, and they all deserve sunlight.
Yes, totally.
Yeah, and some might not get so much sunlight.
Yeah, some can be Pluto.
Some can be Pluto and Uranus, but
yeah, totally.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
We learn so much from the planets.
It's crazy how it works like clockwork. I am so fascinated by the mechanisms of the universe. It's a masterpiece.
I will always try, but I will never fully understand it.
Impossible.
Impossible. Yeah.
All right, my love, I think that's a nice place for us to wind down for the night. So we will
wind down,
love you,
drink
and
your
leave
wine.
you. Make the right choices, guys.
Wind down.
Wind down. Go on, wind down there.
I can't get back up.